Welcome to another episode of Taking Our Power Back, where I love to talk about how to radiate confidence from the inside out. I'm your host, Alexa, your favorite Dominicana Afro Latina from New York City, and I am here in Connecticut. I am so excited to dive into the topic of how to really be your most confident self. Every episode, we dive into stories, expert tips, practical advice that you can start implementing now so that you can feel like your most informed, empowered, and confident self. And hopefully, you laugh a little. So get comfy, grab your favorite drink, and let's start learning how to be our most confident selves in life. I have some great tips for you, but first we're going to start with the Q&A. So, what is my highlight of the week? My highlight of the week is that I just got back from one of my good friends' weddings, and I love celebrating love more than anything. I am a lover girl at heart. So, watching my longtime friend go from singlehood to getting married was amazing. And it doesn't hurt that her and her husband love to party. So, we were dancing all night, all weekend. So, what's my New York thing of the week? So, living in Manhattan, I never realized that there were no like spots of grass for dogs. And now that I'm a dog mom, I now realize there is not that much grass for dogs except for Central Park. And I never knew that living in New York all my life because this is my first dog. So, out of sight, out of mind. So the last 2 days, I brought my dog to the countryside, and that's where I am now. I'm in Connecticut, and watching him play in the grass is truly so cute. He like throws himself in the grass and just like rolls around. And I know it's such a New York City girl thing to say, but leaving the city and being in nature is like a luxury for us. And again, crazy to say, but as I get older, I'm just appreciating leaving the city more and more. So, what's my emotion for the week? So, before the wedding, I was feeling super grateful. One, that I can go to the wedding. Two, that I get to watch my good friend get married to her best friend. But I was also feeling a little sad about going to another wedding as a single girl. So it was a mixture of emotions, like sadness because I was going to watch her get married, but also sadness because I was going to watch her get married while sitting by myself. But the universe and God always delivers. I actually spent the whole wedding with one of her good friends, and she was basically my date for the whole weekend. She was taking my photos. We sat together. We met up before and after all of the events. So, super grateful for her. So that just reminds you, like, keep an open mind. It's okay to feel sad, but also keep an open mind that there is a solution right around the corner, and it's never a solution to sit in your pity party. Like, just put it out there and something good will happen. So, something that I learned this week, I didn't want to buy groceries because I was traveling back to back. I had 3 trips back to back. So, I went on handy dandy TikTok and YouTube and I typed in, like, what pasta can I make with just pasta and olive oil? Because my fridge was like bare bones. I had a little bit of cheese left and I had like one garlic left. And I learned how to make delicious olive oil garlic pasta just from watching TikTok and YouTube. 10 minutes, 3 ingredients. And when I tell you, mwah, it tasted so good. So that's gonna be my go-to for now on when I don't have any food in the fridge. Like Italian food always surprised me of how delicious it can be, but also so simple. What is something that helped me this week? So traveling by myself, something that helped me was talking to strangers. Like I remember years ago when I was filled with anxiety, like speaking to strangers, even making eye contact was like, please don't look my way. But now that I'm a more healed and confident person, I've been connecting with random people, especially like on the flight, just saying like, hello, where are you going? Why are you traveling? Like hi, I like your outfit. Oh, hi, good morning. Like, or just waving. I've been doing this naturally and it's been so fulfilling. Like, not all of the majority of these connections that I'm making are one and done. I'm not out here like trying to make best friends, but with strangers, even though I'm open to whatever the universe has. But you can learn a lot about yourself and about the world by speaking to people. Sometimes we're like stuck in our little like comfort zone and hey, just try it out. I remember somebody gave me this advice like 3 years ago and I looked at them like they were crazy. And now I'm doing it and they were right. Like it really takes you out of your comfort zone and you learn a lot about yourself by connecting with people from different paths. So it's a great thing to do if you're traveling. This episode is all about how to be that confident version of yourself that you dream about. I want to start by sharing a personal story. So when I graduated college, I started working at a tech startup and I was doing recruiting and I was really good at it. Like I was killing it. If I must say so myself. And around that time, this was years ago, the tech industry was really mostly home based in the West Coast, like San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, and the whole West Coast. Sorry if I left anything out. And I found myself having to travel there to recruit talent. And around that time, every time I traveled there, I was like, I could see myself living here, especially because like I like working here, like working with the talent and the people that I'm working with from the West Coast. There was just something about it, like my New York energy and their West Coast energy, like getting things done. Like it was fun. And I had that feeling in my stomach, like, Alexa, you should move to the West Coast. Like, Alexa, you should apply to jobs in the West Coast. And I started networking. I started looking at jobs. I started talking to people. And around that time, I was in a relationship. You know where this is going. I totally shot the idea in the foot. I just dropped it, never looked at it again. And it always hurt me like a little bit. Like I always felt like it was the what if, like it was what would have happened if I actually went. And this was early in my career. So it was very pivotal. Like that move would have been pivotal. And guess what? I stayed in New York and it just didn't work out. I kept going from job to job, company to company. And I wasn't making that mesh at any of these companies and I wasn't doing campus recruiting anymore. I actually went into project management. So I feel like I got kind of punished for not following my intuition and following my heart. And the key is following your excitement. Like campus recruiting, and this could be anything for anyone else, but campus recruiting and the West Coast, that drew my excitement out versus everything else that I ended up doing in New York in my career. I was kind of settling. Excitement, settling. Which one's more high vibrational? Excitement. So the energy in New York wasn't giving. And who paid for it? Me, for not following that one move. And this is going to go into my talk about confidence. I'm going to give myself grace. Like I had just graduated college. I was pretty young. So that move, now is like nothing because I'm more confident, I'm more mature, but it felt like a lot then, but it shouldn't have. And if I would have bet on myself and not let my fear self-sabotage me, who knows where I would have been with all that excitement driving my career. The details of the story don't matter as much as the message that not following your heart can make you go on a detour in life that is uncomfortable and not ideal and doesn't light your fire. I want to give myself grace when I say I was punished for not following my intuition. I want to give myself grace, and you should too. These times when we don't follow our intuition or follow our light or follow our excitement, It's truly because of three reasons that I'm going to say now. And that's okay. Like, not everyone is just born Superman and, like, super fearless. Like, some of us have gone through things, and that's why we are here. And that's why you found this video, is because you're trying to heal. So, tell me, have you ever felt passionate about something, an idea, a person, and you talked yourself out of it? There could be several reasons for this self-sabotaging behavior. And I know because I felt that. And you don't feel worthy of it, aka you don't feel deserving of that is lighting your fire, that thing, that person, that idea. Two is fear of the unknown, anxiety. We all know how that feels. Very confusing, very uncomfortable, scary, dangerous. Fear of failure, fear of disappointing yourself, fear of disappointing others, fear of embarrassment, of doing badly. We all know what the truth is, no action is failure. I wish somebody told me that earlier, and that's why I'm here to tell you. The biggest self-sabotage that you can do in your life is not taking action on the things that excite you. I'm going to say that again. The biggest self-sabotage that you can do in your life is not taking action on the things that excite you. We trick ourselves into thinking that we are protecting ourselves, but really we are self-sabotaging. From this experience, I learned to never second guess a strong, intuitive excitement feeling about something, a person, or an idea. Or I feel compelled and passionate about spreading the message to not ignore that fireworks in your stomach, those butterflies, about something that excites you, because for some of us, it can be life-saving. It can be life-saving to follow the path that is written for us. You know when you're in alignment and you're moving within your path because it feels good, it feels safe, it feels exciting. No one ever told us this. We always have to learn it as adults the hard way. It's crazy. But you found me and I got you, because I've been through all of this. So I got you. How do we prevent ourselves from self-sabotaging things that excite us? Let's get into it. First, we have to start building strong self-trust. So how do we build strong self-trust so that we no longer ever ignore our gut feelings? We are going to start keeping promises to ourselves. That's number one. And that will start with just a small habit. Whenever you get excited about a new workout plan, a new diet, or you get inspired by a new hobby, or you get a strong excitement to take a course, or you tell someone you're going to do something, do it. Don't start it and finish it. Do it. And this is not for anyone else. This is not even for you. This is just for your body and your mind can start knowing you as a person that gets it done. This is how you build trust. Okay, let me give you an example. Has anyone ever lost your trust? Yes. I remember, I used to hate taking the bus when I lived in the Bronx because they were not always on schedule. And sometimes they wouldn't even stop for me. I would be so mad. So guess what? I built a very unhealthy relationship with bus drivers growing up. I didn't trust them. So I never took the bus. I went years without taking the bus. I would only take the train. I did not trust them because why? They didn't show up when they were supposed to for me. And so what are you going to do with yourself? Always show up for yourself. The minute you start not keeping promises to yourself, you're not going to trust yourself anymore. And if you don't trust yourself, that's really scary because then you start trusting other people. other things. No, you need to have the power in your life. You hold all the power. We're taking our power back. What? I love when I do it. We are taking our power back. Okay, baby? So no more leaning on others. You are the gatekeeper to trust in your life. You trust yourself. You always show up at that bus stop at the scheduled time when you're about to get on that bus. Okay? Yes. Number 2 is decision debt. I did not come up with this genius metaphor. It's actually by Brooke Castillo. She is a life coach. She is a badass. Actually, she's made over like 100 million. Yeah, she is one of my role models. So if you want to go look up her podcast, look it up. Like, really, you're a multimillionaire by helping people? You're the goal. She's the goal. But anyway, more people Brooke Castillo. I'll follow here. Okay, moving on. So, what is decision debt? So, decision debt is a debt that you have of all the things you said you were going to do and you didn't do. Or I'll rephrase it, things you want to do. We all have this list. I want to get skinnier. I want to call that aunt in the other country. I want to learn this language. I want to, go to that country. I want to apply for that promotion. I want to get a mentor. I want to start going on walks every day. I want to blow up my TikTok. I want to get a pet. I want to be in a loving relationship. I want to feel good about myself. I want to start having better relationships with the people around me. I want to attract a better partner. I want to eat healthier. The list goes on, okay? I want to stop, blah, 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 blah. This list is long. Everyone has this list. It's normal. We are humans and we desire things. Totally cool. But when you have a long list of these, and they're like silly things that you can start doing now, but you're just not tackling them, that burden gets so heavy on you. How can you not trust yourself when you're just carrying all this dead weight of things you need to start doing? Just sit down and start doing all of these things. Once that debt gets lighter and you start paying off that debt to yourself, which you reap the reward by trusting yourself, this is how your confidence gets built. Like, who's somebody really confident that you love? I'm going to name someone. I'm going to name LeBron James. LeBron James, he walks with his head high. I love basketball, by the way. He walks with his head high. He's not like the most perfect person, but guess what? He has receipts. He got receipts for days. He don't got a bank account full of I shoulda, woulda, coulda. He's waking up and he's getting it done. He's practicing. He's showing up. He says he's gonna do something. He's gonna do it. When it comes to basketball, I don't know about his personal life. This is the energy that you need to have, even if it's little things. So I probably listened to this podcast 4 years ago, and it changed the game for me. It changed the game. I was like, no, I'm not living like this anymore with all these wants. Remove the wants. When? When are you going to do it? First step is you're going to sit down with a piece of paper and start writing down all the things you want to do. What have you told your friends you want to do? What do you dream about? What excites you? Start writing them down. Going to the dentist, like the little stuff. Cleaning your apartment. Write everything down. Start tackling that list. Come back and tell me how you feel. You're going to feel real good. Like, it's just like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. I'm telling you. Trust. And then the next one that comes after is your bank of accomplishments. Yes, this is where real confidence comes from, is knowing you tried it. I didn't say succeeded. Successful people are not happy. Successful people are just people that have normalized doing hard things. Bank account of accomplishments, the only thing that makes something an accomplishment is you trying. I'm sure you could look around and not many people try around you, unless you're in the highest achieving households in this. That's competition. But if you found me and from a similar background, like just trying is a reward in itself. Like, I remember in college, I had to take algebra and statistics. Ew. Accounting. That's not my thing. Like, I'm a creative, I'm a writer, I'm a communicator, I'm a marketer. So, yeah, I'll say right now, I took statistics twice. I had to go to tutoring, and it wasn't because I'm dumb, because I'm not dumb. It's that the first time I didn't try. The first time I didn't try, and the second time I tried, and I got a B. This is a class that I don't even like. So I tried by what? Going to tutoring, studying, and I got a B. So when you do those things and you accumulate those, like, I tried it, I tried it, I tried it, I tried it, that's confidence. That's real confidence. So start keeping a bank account of all your accomplishments. Like, don't ignore your accomplishments. There's so many amazing people out there that have done cool things, and they don't speak about it with their chest up. Stick your chest up and talk about the things that you have accomplished. Don't be lying though. Like, be honest. You ever seen that person that, like, you're just like, what's the receipt? But anyway, yeah. So those are my 3 tips for building true self-esteem and being your dream confident person. Number 1, start trusting yourself by keeping promises. Number 2, get rid of your decision debt. And number 3, start keeping track of your accomplishments. You deserve that. You worked hard. You did that. You did that. So I'd like to hear from you. Did you find any of this information helpful? Did the story resonate about not following your gut? Like, have you ever not followed your gut and, like, life kind of punished you for it? Like, other ways I could think about is, like, if you had an intuition of leaving a relationship, or you had an intuition of leaving a job, or you had an intuition about, taking that class, or like applying to that job and you didn't, then you watch somebody else apply and then they got it. Now they're living the life that you dreamed of. I have so many of these, like, didn't follow my intuition thing and being punished by life. And it's because I lived a long time, but I lived a long life of not feeling worthy. And healing, and to feel worthy of the things that excite you, you have to heal. It's just part of the process. I'm sorry. I didn't make the rules. But I'm here for you. We're gonna make healing fun. It's not gonna be boring. I got you. So thank you for watching another episode of Taking Our Power Back by Alexa. Mwah. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.